Hi, my name is Sly, and I am um, from New York by way of Connecticut. The reason why I decided to take this class is because I couldn't find the time nor the resources to do so. And now that I have the time and the opportunity, I figured why not? Um, um, I'm originally from Hartford, Connecticut. I was more a visual artist. That's what I usually do. Is I work as a visual artist when I'm not working as an actor. Um, uh, and also, I happen to bartend, or I was bartending until recently on Broadway. Um, my history with singing has been one where I grew up just, singing like to myself and, not doing anything major. It wasn't until I was in high school, I was a sophomore, and I was going to, I was attending an artist program. It was a program for the arts during summer, and they concentrated on, various disciplines. It wasn't just visual art, which I pretty much went for. But they also included dancing and singing, acting as well, as theater tech. And it just so happens that I was put in a musical theater class. I did not sign up for it. I was put in a musical theater class, and much to my chagrin, I wound up catching the acting bug and found out that I had an actual singing voice. So since then, I have worked on a few projects, but growing up, I didn't listen to a lot of music across the board like I do now. Um, I grew up in a mostly, Black Baptist household, so of course that meant a lot of R&B, soul, funk, some funk, um, disco. um, so of course you had like Stevie Wonder was like basic stuff that we listened to, Motown. Um, so with me growing up, I was exposed to so many different artists. I growing up, I gravitated more towards contemporary uh, pop and contemporary artists. Janet Jackson being one of like, of course, my favorites. I listened to along with like say like earlier like like Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis acts such as SOS Band and uh, Gap Band, all those. And then when I got, I guess around like high school age, around like, listen, my mom used to listen, she used to love Luther Vandross. But I was more into Anita Baker. I think her voice is this so beautiful. It's like silk. It's the almost like the sonic representation of what silk would be like. So I listen to a lot of. I'm all over the place. I can listen to like say, I don't know, like say Burt Bacharach, you know, because he's one of my favorite, composers. Can hear anything from like say like Dionne Warwick, to like say industrial, rock bands like Nine Inch Nails. I found that when it comes down to it, is that if I like a melody and I like the production, the song structure and the arrangement, I gravitate towards it. Lyrics also help as well. So, but that's me because I'm all over the place. Um, the reason why I want to sing is because it's one, a tool I need to have as an actor, performer, stage, sometimes on screen. But it helps to have that because that also that you get projects that you work on. I also work at times as a voiceover artist. I do vocal stuff, sometimes characters, and that's what I'm going towards. I want to actually work on my vocal strengths and learn a technique so that way I can actually sing more confidently, especially in public. I found it's very relaxing, and plus it's one of those things that many people haven't heard me sing, but when they hear me sing, it's like a part of me that my soul is like there. So it's more. I guess I'm become more vulnerable and more accessible. People find that out about me. My ideal audience would just be people, my peers. Like I said, I know people who work on Broadway, friends with people who work on Broadway and productions, and also in touring productions. So being able to like sing songs, show tunes, especially knowing show tunes, really, a lot of people that work on Broadway know show tunes, and sometimes there's times where to the point where like they're much more, they sing and they're more vocal, and that's one of the things that I enjoy doing. I enjoy singing, so I like to be able to sing. I'm not a big karaoke fan because I realize that when people go out to karaoke, they sing and they're drinking and they're not their best. They're not really concentrating on singing. But I guess this is the modern version of like people just singing like like drunken songs that they used to back in the day. Only things the focus is on one person and they're pretty much only put on the spot. So I'm not a big karaoke fan. Um, what I'm hoping to be able to do by the end of this class is be much more confident in my instrument. Um, there are times where, of course, I sing to my. It's different when I'm singing to myself in the shower, singing like around the house. That's kind of like my brain just, I'm bored, or like it's something where I get something, a song stuck in my head, or I think of some song or what have you, and it's just one of those things that I, I I'm constantly trying to just just be able to learn like the limits of my voice and learn how far I can push myself. I want to be able to have a final performance where it's more intimate, uh, maybe almost like a cabaret of sorts, where it's just organic and it's just me being able to connect with the audience and tell a story, which I have no problem doing, and also emoting, but being also to use my voice to highlight it even further. Um, so with that, I am going to sing for you a song I sung back a while. I was with a friend and we went to a bar, and it was not necessarily, it was a kind of karaoke night, but it was hosted by a woman, young woman, and I my friend just urged me to put my name on it. He's like, oh, no, but it's like, I heard you sing, like it's like I've heard you sing, just put your name on it, just go. I did it, and I got up there and I sang Body and Soul, which was covered by Anita Baker years ago. And afterwards, people were just like staring at me like I had a third nipple. So it was really, it's one of those things like I don't normally do. It's one of those things like, okay. But yeah, I'm going to sing it for you here now. So without much further ado. Ooh, what have you done to me? I can't eat, I cannot sleep, and I'm not the same anymore. No, no, no. I don't know what to do, 'cause all of me wants all of you. Do I stand alone at the shore? Now once I could turn away from everything I feel today, but now I wanna walk through your door. but I've got to know, body and soul, that you've got no doubt. Inside and out we are whole, whole, body and soul. Don't leave me out in the cold. Just love me, body and soul. That's it. Sorry, my voice isn't at the best. I'm up late. So, but that's it. And no, hey, hope that helps. Thank you for listening.